That's when the penguin burped. Anyway,
Hi.
lack of context jokes, always for the best.
Take the name of the jet then.
Hi everyone, welcome to the game. It wouldn't be one of ours without us being a bit little late, and that's mostly because, well, to be honest, we've got Kelly here at Maidment Towers for a change. So she's come up to visit. So they come up to visit rather. So yeah, we've just been at the mercy of the trains, which didn't go on strike. So that was nice.
Then turned up 10 minutes late, so I missed my connection.
You know, swings and roundabouts, little from column A, little from column B. Anyway,
What should we say?
no.
No.
Anyway, going to go around the order, ask everyone to introduce themselves, who you're playing, and this week's question is, what colour do you like your tea or coffee? So we'll start with Leah.
Hi, everybody. I am Leah. I am playing Valenia, the Half-Orc Ranger. What colour do I like my tea or coffee? Coffee strong, but very milky.
And if you had to describe that colour of the milky,
Pasty.
pizza. Fair enough.
However, tea on the other hand, strong,
Uh-huh.
looking like Italian skin.
See, it's the trunk. It's the orange trunk.
Speaking of, Morgan, hi.
Like,
As you can tell from the accent, there's a whole backstory to this question.
It's like an orange Trump. Talking of that, here's Morgan.
Hello, Morgan. I play Kaluma, the non-binary tiefling cleric robot. And I like my tea.
Injected?
I like my tea in a cup.
Always one? Fair enough. Hey, Bunny, how about you?
Hello. Yeah, Bunny, foreign, and I personally like my tea somewhere in the middle of the range of colour. So yeah, I think I explained it to Joe as biscuit.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And coffee, just sort of like, yeah, sort of like very sort of like milky, pasty colour.
Fair enough.
And if you asked Foreign how he took his coffee, he'd probably say something crude like he takes it like his men black and free at a time or something. Sis.
I
Now,
feel...
Dan, I've always remembered that.
moving very swiftly on. Hi, Moon.
Hi, I'm Moon. I play Arwen, the halfling cleric. I like my tea black with no milk and no sugar, or as my work colleagues used to say, I drink rusty water.
That's fair. That's fair. Enter.
I'm with Mafia. I play Joanna, the Dragonborn sorcerer, and I like my tea strong, like a proper builder's cup, and as we describe it as work, the orange of Donald Trump, or for normal people, golden biscuit brown.
Builder's tea.
Builder's
Oh,
Between the wings and the horns, yeah.
There we go.
Hello.
There we go. That's better.
Did you kick your cable out again?
No! My internet just went down. So, sorry about that, people that were watching.
That's all right. At least we know they've got resiliency because you came up pretty quick.
Yeah, that was
We'll see.
that was weird.
Well, they've got a proper backbone.
There we go.
I'm just.
So the
Yeah.
last thing I heard was
Laughing.
me
Well, the
saying
best way to do. Sorry, Lydia, go on.
to Joe about builder's tea.
Yeah, that's pretty much when I noticed that your feed went blank. So I sort of said, "Oh, and we've lost it." So don't worry, you didn't
There
miss
we go.
much. We paused. Still see no video feed on the
Yeah, it's
guest
back.
room.
Yeah,
Oh, I just haven't updated here. That's fine. Right. Okay. Still there?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. You cut off abruptly. Right. So as you can see, brand new landing page for everyone. This is a map actually based on where you had the battle last week, which, to quickly recap for anyone who wasn't here or was late or got sort of lost or has slept since then, which was always a nice bonus. Your group, you have been making your way
Downtown, walking fast.
I'm a
faces fast.
seagull with fucking self.
into the mountains to try and head off literally at the pass where the trolls may be taking Urash's body and everything else. Um, and as you're going along, Arwen and Kerner sort of saw something moving beneath the surface of the snow, and Kerner sort of started trying to think of what it was. Arwen went to try and actually warn people, and everyone gathered round to try and hear Arwen try to describe the underwater fish thing.
Snowfish.
That was it, the snowfish. At which point, as Kaluma came in to give him a hug, he got eaten by a Rimmelhag, and spent a lot of the battle, very much like Drax in the opening of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, attempting to get out from the inside, while everyone else sort of nearly died one after the other. However, with the aid of some wings, well, not wings because they're inside a monster, but with the aid of some prayers, some very, very powerful magics at close range, and the occasional good fortune with luck, you managed to defeat both Remaz and its young. You found its nest and managed to retrieve a few items, and you quickly divvied those up amongst yourselves, and are now currently sort of standing there in the middle of the what's the word I'm looking for? Well, so just before the bridge, you can see in the display there, and gathering yourself to decide what to do next.
Before we do anything, I'm healing.
Okay.
Does anyone have anything they can heal me with, please? Give me a minute. I am going to use prayer of healing.
Mm-hmm.
So we all get 13 points of healing if you need it.
Obviously that also removed the.
Can I use my inspiration to add more?
Yes, you could roll a d6 and add that onto the amount healed.
And add another 4.
Nice.
Yeah, I've taken off the condition markers because I presume Thorin is sort of coming out of the blind burning rage monster mode, and
Yeah.
Kerner isn't being eaten and chewed on like a rag doll. So
Is it bad that I'm so used to taking damage and not actually healing myself that I even took my hit points away?
Sorry, it took me a second to remember why I was meant to be doing it. It's like, what am I adding? Where am I taking off? I don't know.
Thing come back on for people on Twitch. Guess though. Yeah. Why do I not?
not on the guest star thing, at least not for me.
What's that? Sorry.
Can't see your video on the on the guest star.
Right, let's try that again.
Well, if you're on the stream, that's fine. I just wanted to make certain that we didn't have a hiccup on that front.
Yeah, I'm showing.
Cool.
Don't know why. Weird.
Oh, here's the thing. No, it's not the end of the world. Like I said, I've just sort of just aware of it. Obviously, just the web page not refreshing or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, clearly the wind is sort of is whipping a little bit, but at least you sort of you avoided the earlier weather front. Gentle snow. You are up a little bit higher at the moment. You've got the bridge over the river, which you see is flowing, which is why there's so much broken ice, so many broken ice flows on it. Wispy, um, wispy mists and cold fogs. But your way forward through the hills towards the where you need to go is before you. Let me just go to the more general local area map, and then you can get an idea. Remind yourselves of where you are. So you are currently. I'm just going to ping on the map as that loads up.
Okay.
Focus ping.
Wow, there was one.
So just on the edge of the mountains, on the edge of the sorry, not on the just on the edge of these hills, sort of on the side of the
Down there.
mountains. Yeah, so that's where you'd got to.
So just.
There we go.
So I'm guessing we're going to be heading deeper into the mountains then.
Yes, I think if you remember correctly, we talked about rather than going through the flooded ruins through the floodway, we were going to go round the back in the back of the mountains here,
Yeah.
just because we figured they'd probably expect us that way because that's the way we went before. So try and give at least some sort of element of surprise if we can.
Okay.
There we do. Okay. At the moment you're sort of you've been kind of following old pathways and old sort of remains of roads from older days back in the in the history of the kingdom, but you're now sort of starting to sort of be on the edge of that, and you're starting to going to need to start making your own paths or sort of searching for animal trails and things like that to sort of try and find your way forward. So I think Valenia, are you generally kind of leading the way, or are you all sort
Yeah,
of
I'm going to be sort
leading
of
along?
up the front, sort of trying to find paths and stuff.
Sure. Okay. In that case, could you make a survival check for me, please? So let's just see if you can find sort of a reasonably easy way forward. 27.
27.
That will do very nicely. Okay. Yeah, you're not so far into the mountains yet that things are particularly troublesome. And it's sort of that sort of kind of low end of the hills and dales with sort of bits of forest and things like that. You're kind of moving your way through. Your death ward got used up last time, so I don't know if there's any preparations or anything else people want to be doing as they're moving along, or you're just going to take it's just going to be sensible as you go. Fair enough.
I may do. I'm going to. Well, only last an hour.
You say it was used up, didn't you, the death ward?
Yeah, it was.
I was going to try and be subtle, like check Kerner for injuries.
Exactly, death ward. You can only be used once a day, and we're still on the
Can it?
same day.
I thought it was. Hang on. If it doesn't say that in the spell. It just says you touch a creature and grant it measured protection from death. The first time. The first time the target dropped to 0 hit points resulting drops to 1 and the spell ends. If the spell is still in effect when the target is subjected to the effect, they'll kill it instantly. The effect is negated against the target and the spell ends. It doesn't say that I can't recast it.
Oh, you absolutely can. Yeah.
Okay.
should you wish to.
I'm going to cast armor back more Agathis on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, so while I'm checking Kerner for injuries, like holding Kerner's arm all of a sudden to check for injuries, I'm just going to cast it. Try and be subtle this time.
So no, like in
Um,
How injured does Kerner look?
sleight of hand if you want to try and cast it surreptitiously.
Oh, okay, sleight of hand.
That could be weird too.
16.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, okay. We'll go with that against their passive perception. That should be fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So Death Ward is now back in effect.
Okay.
Jonah.
Yeah, it's fine because I only had a 12 in my passive.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay. Yeah, so you start to move through the forests, which at least cuts out, sort of reduces the kind of the cutting chill effect with the wind, things like that. Anything you're sort of keeping an eye out? Anything you're doing as you're travelling?
I'm just looking out for like tracks, traps, anything that really. That stopped me in my tracks. Anything that really seems out of place.
Okay.
Stuff
Fair
like loose, like, and let's say there's like, because obviously this has been snowing, there's quite a lot of snow. Just looking for any signs of snow slips and that sort of thing.
Sure, no problem. Like I said, with the roll you've got at the moment, that's not a problem. You're able to sort of make good time. And this, I mean, obviously it's snow and it's not exactly sort of wonderful, so it's still taking a while. But you take the next sort of, it's 2-3 hours or so to sort of start to get sort of up to the kind of lower levels of the mountains. So sort of not too well on pinging there. You manage to get to the forests without any great issues. Before you, as you sort of coming, you're sort of not. It's not one of these things where the forest just ends. You've got mountains. It's that sort of you're maybe 100 yards or so still inside. And you sort of obviously there's sort of clumps of trees and brush and things like that. But you're still starting to see the landscape kind of start to sort of go from the sort of generally upward trend to sort of be sort of really quite sharp sort of heights moving up. Just in terms of your immediate sort of what you're sort of seeing either way, you can see a number of sort of ways you could go. There's no immediate ravines, but you could sort of it's up to you whether you want to sort of try and sort of do a bit of mountaineering or whether you want to just kind of sidestep a bit to sort of see if you can find a slightly easier path through. It's up to you. How do you want to?
Cool, Jonathan's flying up and seeing if you can spot a path. Yeah, Kuma's going to take to the sky.
Okay. Just do a bit of a.
Kuma's going to look at Millennia and go,
She,
"You have a look."
Valania just looks back and goes, "No."
Okay. It's going to fly up and about 30 feet.
Okay.
How high is 30 feet?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Roughly about the height of the flat above us.
Okay, yeah, about 30 feet.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's a good start. You sort of, you're just above the treetops.
Okay.
You should know it's about 30 foot there. You can see. Make a perception check for me, please. We'll start with that. As you sort of just go on a bit of a swoop. Bad. Are you sort of starting up by heading roughly south or roughly north, or sort of east-west rather, sort of northeast, northwest, northeast, southwest?
Towards where we're walking.
Okay.
You literally sort of like scanning my eyes around.
Okay.
Is that sentence? Yeah.
It works. It works. You can see. I reckon it's probably about a 20-minute kind of detour or so to the sort of northeast. a bit of a break. The forest is sort of encroaches a bit closer there, looks a bit thicker. Could you make a nature check for me, please? $14. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. You think you see sunlight glinting off something in that area. You think it might be running water. So that could possibly be a way forward. It's been, if either a valley or somewhere that's been cut through, and certainly sort of the more of the woods in that direction suggests that yeah, there is more water in the area. Blah blah blah. So that's your kind of your immediate take on that. That's probably the shortest detour. Looking around, you've got a ravine, sort of a break in the kind of the mountain face. You reckon probably about an hour or so to the southwest, following the kind of following the lines. So that kind of looks to be sort of your two best bets, sort of breaking out the mountaineering gear and trying to go kind of mountain goating up the
You said southeast was moving.
southwest ravine, northeast the river.
Tanima's going to flutter back down. Pass on information.
Okay. That is duly relayed to everyone. What do you reckon?
Let's do things.
Yeah, Valenia is just like, if there's water, at least we know that's probably a good way to go.
Okay. Okay, start trips that way. Do you want to sort of kind of go sort of as the crow flies towards it, or sort of follow the edge of the forest? How do you want to sort of?
I would say as the crow flies.
Okay. In that case, let's call that a nature check. Just sort of, because obviously if you're beneath the tree cover at this point,
Mhm.
so
Oh, nature, survival.
yeah.
Okay. 23.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, you're able to work it out with what you're reading of the land and sort of hear off in the distance. And although the kind of the forest sort of stays roughly about the same sort of coverage, you're definitely aware with the ache in your thighs that you're starting to sort of be more consistently walking uphill. You're starting to get more kind of outcrops of rock that you're having to detour around. Still quite a bit of snow. Increasingly so as the kind of the trees start to pace out a bit more. Obviously, more of that snow is starting to hit the ground. And ahead of you, it's sort of it's early enough in the river's path that it's got quite a lot of kind of tinking back and forth. This is it sort of descending the level. So it's that kind of one of those sort of sort of wiggling back and forth type rivers.
Yeah.
As it flows over the rocks and over the various bits and pieces. Let's have a look, see what you get there. So yeah, you're still sort of heading roughly up, pardon you, that kind of roughly northeast direction. Let's see who's Kaluma. Are you walking on foot, or are you sort of flying? Sort of.
I think Kaluma's going to be going to be like Nelly Furtado. They feel like a bird. The other flying.
Okay, fair enough.
That was it, Furtado.
It was.
Yes, it was. Okay, in that case, could you do a quick perception check for me, please?
We're not very perceptive of flying stuff.
21, blimey. Okay. Off in the distance, you can sort of see the kind of the wiggle of the river, and sort of as the background's rising up, you think you see a couple of breaks, and in particular, what looks like possibly the remains of a cabin up
I thought you were going to
ahead.
say cabbage.
Ah, yes, a great big cabbage, undead cabbage lurching towards you.
That would be probably the
Wouldn't
weirdest
wouldn't
thing
be
we've
the
ever
weirdest. No, you're right. It wouldn't be the
encountered.
weirdest
Yeah.
thing I've thrown at you. Um, it's sort of on the direction that you're travelling, but it might be the sort of thing as the afternoon's going on that might sort of be a place to strike a camp.
Yeah. I'll call that down and just say, cabin, rest, be good.
Makes sense. Makes sense. The other thing I'd like you to do is just make another quick perception check.
Oh god. Am I going to get Vagal?
With that roll, no, you're not. You're suddenly aware of the sound of several sets of leathery flapping wings circling in and sort of honing in. You can see three large lizards with broad wings, what look like stingers at the end of their tails, one large one and two smaller ones that sort of caught sight of your motion sort of above and near the tree line, and they're making a beeline straight towards where you are and towards where the party is.
Kaluma is going to stop and sort of like do a hopper.
Mm-hmm.
And can I quickly cast Speak with Animals on myself, please?
They'll be on you if you've got time for one action.
I'd like to cast Speak with Animals and just say I mean you no harm.
Okay. You hear in response, "Food!" And in they swoop. So, let's just quickly roughly change the map. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask people to roll an initiative.
Oh, for fuck my life.
Let me just... Loose. About a 16 for Kaluma.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, there I am.
Okay.
Alright.
Right, let's get this. Yeah.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait for that to come through. Oh, that's 26. Yes.
I think mine rolled through twice and picked whichever one went through
Well,
first.
the 26 has come through and it's auto filled on there, so that seems to
Okay.
be suitable. It does mean you are going first before absolutely everything else. So,
Thorin's literally just like, I've had enough of this shit.
Fair.
Thorin just suddenly appearing next to them like the Flash.
What, and sort of like smacking each one of them around the head, like, pum, pum, pum.
Right, so Kaluma, I'm just going to put a marker on you to show that you're up in the air, because so are they at the moment. You said about 30 foot up, so we'll put that, and I'll do the same marker on each of them. You kind of hear the squawk, hear the roars above Kaluma, being descended on by, like I said, these very large creatures. Let me just get thing. Felenia, could you do a nature check, please?
I certainly can try.
I'm gonna die.
16.
Yeah, you've heard of these wyverns, or at least it's one adult wyvern and possibly 2 juveniles. Um,
I best start rolling for Kaluma the White.
right. It's okay. So it's grown up. Goes to try and take a chomp at you as it's flying by. 17.
It's not a hit.
Okay, so you manage to loop and sort of slap out the way of it as it goes through. It tries to hit you with a stinger as you sort of roll around it. Sort of tail whips around. And wait for that to make an appearance. That's not a good sound. That usually means a critical, but we'll see. So it actually gets passed through, if anything. Yeah, that's a hit. Okay. 12 plus 2. So 23 damage.
Alright, so that's my temporary hit points gone. So what's 23 take away 15?
8.
8.
Okay.
Could you also make a Constitution save for me, please?
Also, the Wyvern takes 15 points of cold damage.
Lovely.
Constitution saving, right?
Yes, please.
Oh, what's not one?
How about no?
Okay, and in that case, you take another 24 points of poison damage.
Do you have to move that? Texture poison. Nope. What's it? That says. Nope. Can I use a reaction, please?
You can indeed, yes.
Okay. Oh, Jesus, Mother of God. I am going to cast Hellish Rebuke
Yeah.
and call it, say, Wyvern. You're burnt.
Okay, what does it need to save against?
16 dexterity, please.
Okay.
How much damage you said did I do? 15. It takes 6 points of damage, please.
Yeah, absolutely no problem at all. Right. Now we've got that out of the way. Just did it. 6 damage. Right. On to everyone else. So Thorin on a 26.
Okay,
They're about 30 foot up.
before I can actually do them now. Yeah, I think there's literally fuck all I can do right now.
Okay.
Can you shout?
Because
Can you
my
shout at
end
them?
is 5 foot reach, and then my hand axes are sort of like 20.
Do
Okay.
you not have anything you can throw?
So I do have the javelin normally, but I don't have that sort of like on me in this particular battle.
Could you not do, like, an acrobatic jump?
What, sort of climb one of these big rocks around you, sort of thing? If I move the rivers there.
I just sort of throw stones at them like, oi!
I was just thinking, just, run up, like run, just run and jump and try and hit.
I'll probably run at the rocks and go splat.
Or you hit me.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know now.
But it looks like they they are generally disabled. At least the two smaller ones are descending, so you could just hold your action and then get
Yeah, I'm
come
just
to
gonna
play.
wait. Right now, I'm like, there's fuck all I can do short of climbing on something.
Fair enough. So hold your action and then hit whatever comes to you,
Yeah.
comes close to you. Not a problem. Okay, let me just bring up the turn order. There we go. So the first of the young wyverns, where is he? There he is. Comes. They basically they're seeing their parent sort of engage the flying thing that has caught their attention, but also starts to see you all sort of shouting and sort of responding downstairs. So the first one comes swooping down through the trees and sees a Valenia. So we'll solve that first. So it goes in for the bite. 24 to hit.
Is a hit.
Okay, so 8 points of piercing damage. And again, because its viciously barbed tail whips around. 14, I suspect, is a miss.
Is a miss. Oh,
It is a
yeah,
miss.
it is a miss.
Yeah, just. Yeah. So yeah, you sort of do that, and sort of like the alien queen in Aliens. It's that sort of very aware of the big sort of teeth, and then suddenly this lashing tail sort of comes arcing round, sort of slamming straight round. You're able to sort of kind of roll out the way of that, and that ends that. It's sort of coming to sort of land, sort of just next to you, sort of thing. The other one. Again, well, Thorin's nearest, so that comes on in. You're held action, you can make your attack.
Okay,
Thank you,
so I'm
Lex.
just going to do my usual sort of smack in the head
Mm-hmm.
when things do things and go. Resistance just goes none. In one time.
Has a stop. Worst comes to worst, I can get the dice out and you can do some physical
Yeah, I
rolls.
rolled it and it's just not doing anything now.
Mind command.
Oh.
Think.
Hang on, things are starting to happen.
Excellent.
25.
It's definitely a hit.
Okay. Right, I'll try
So-
another one.
Yeah.
It's like I've done about 3 rolls and it looks like only 1 actually went through.
Okay.
Hold on. I did see it then.
Right.
A 25, a 13, and a 7.
Yes, now they all start coming through after
Yeah, it
about
happens.
20 minutes.
Yeah, it's right. It happens like that. So I've just seen it come up on the.
Yeah,
D&D
so take
Beyond.
whatever first 2 actually
Oh, there we
turned
go.
up.
Right, so
There they go. 25 is a hit, doing 7, and the 26 is a hit, doing 15. So 22 points of damage. That is a very, very solid smack on it as it runs in. You sort of take a huge
Yeah, to
great
hold her.
chunk out of it, out of its breastplate as it lands. Just do that. 26.
So I have it.
In return, as it's sort of closing with you, head kind of whipping forward. It's got about a 10-foot reach, but it's definitely closing. 14 is a miss with the bite, and again whips out with the stinger tail. 15 is also a miss. So
So I go, "Ah, you missed one."
absolutely, sort of. I thought a combination of the bite you could probably just avoid, and the stinger literally just clutches off your armour. You don't even, it's not even a case of having to parry it. It's just, oh, no,
Just stand and do it.
yeah, is that the best you can do?
Is
sort of
that
thing.
it?
Oh, really? Kaluma, you are next.
All right. Right. Back in a minute. I am going to inflict wounds on the dragon.
Okay. 16 is a hit.
29 points of damage. Please.
Okay, that makes it very unhappy. Yeah, rears back in pain, sort of as the necrotic energy sort of burn through it. And, it's not dead by any stretch of imagination, but it sort of kind of flaps and kind of rears off sort of for a second. Definitely sort of not expecting that much pain from coming anywhere near you, sort of thing.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, staying where you are, not looking to. Okay, fair enough. In that case, Valenia, it is your turn. Arwen, you'll be up after the wizard.
Okay. So I've got one on me, haven't I?
You have, yeah.
Yeah, as it comes down, I'm just gonna like duck down under it to try and get a decent aim on it.
Sure.
So first one is a 29.
Is a hit.
I'll roll them both at the same time and then.
Yeah, sure.
The second one is a 29.
Very nice. 2 hits.
So. 13 and so 30 points of damage from the energy from the whole lot altogether.
Sure. Okay.
And then I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the adult one.
Okay. Let's just put a quick marker on that one so I can remember all that. There we go. Yeah, and again, sort of 2 very, very well placed shots. Sort of managed to avoid kind of the biggest sort of points of plated armor and sort of hit sort of soft joints by the wings and sort of in the belly. And again, it sort of screeches in sort of anger. And again, sort of seems sort of almost sort of shocked and slightly sort of knocked back by just how well placed that has been. The Wyvern.
Is this the adult Wyvern?
The adult Wyvern, yeah. Take us. She's out with one of its claws. 8 points of damage to Kaluma.
Kaluma falls to the floor.
Okay.
Can I do a reaction because she's in the air and cast Featherfall?
You can, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to, as I see Kaluma fall, I cast Featherfall to minimise the damage.
Perfect.
The 8 took me out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you're falling.
But it means you won't take any more damage in the same round, so therefore.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. You come to rest, sort of just on sort of this stone slab below where you are, but it's sort of very much that, and then just that last minute cushion as it falls. It is then seeing Kaluma's dropped and seeing other things moving around. Swoops down into the trees. 5, 10, about there. It's about 10 foot up still, but it's able to sort of sneak. It's can't do the claw. It's already done that. So one attack left. Sting. It's got a 10 foot reach on its stinger, so it's going to try and sting Arwen. And I think that's probably 18.
18. My armor class is 18, so yeah.
That's a hit. Okay. So could you make a Constitution save, please? DC 15.
8.
Okay, a total of 36 then. 9 piercing, 27 poison. Okay. That is there. And Arwen, it is you are next. And Kerner, you're after Arwen.
See, that moving towards me has kind of ruined my plan a little bit. What I will do instead then for my action, because I can't exactly move without it getting attack of opportunity, right?
It's got a 10 foot reach, so yeah, it'll have a chance to strike at you.
So instead of using Kill Wounds, what I'm going to do is channel Divinity for my
Okay.
action.
Yeah.
To use Preserve Life.
Yeah.
So I can restore half of Kaluma's hit points. I don't. How much is actually half, by the way? Would 17 make half of your hit points, or
99.
So
can't do maths?
So 99, 49.
So you
Yeah.
can get 49 hit points. Let me just quickly grab my calculator then.
I nearly put 400 in on.
So that minus 49, so that's 21 hit points. What's half of 129? I have to get a second calculator up.
65. 60,
120, 60.
129.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, let me just quickly get up a second calculator. How much did you say was half of 129?
65 or 64.
Okay, so I can't do that. Let's see. Okay, give me 2 seconds. So that means I can restore 17 hit points back to me, because that would take me up to 64. Heal that. Oh, that just hang on. That healed me to 61. How much hit points was that? I'm now confused.
You were on 129.
No, I wasn't. I was low. That's my max.
Oh, right. So half it. So right. So 60.
Currently, I was on 47, but I put 17 on. I'm at 6. I should have 64, but I'm on 61. I must have put something wrong there then. I don't know how much I've used now of my channel Divinity.
That'd be. See, that'd be 60. 6. Was it 49 plus? You probably used about 60 points.
Hang on. So I'll say that I used 17. I'm just going to do that. So 21 minus 17. So I would have 4 points left of healing. I'll put on my channel Divinity. Who is below half of the hit points?
Oh yes, they will. Yeah.
I would say Kerner aren't they?
They can't. They're over there. They're over there halfway.
Yeah. Is anyone else below half of their?
I'm fine.
Yeah. No, that may just have to fizzle as excess then.
Okay. But I
Even
really
so.
don't like that channel Divinity thing.
You
Uh,
stretch out your hand, and the healing light washes over.
cool. And then for my bonus action,
You've probably got that moment, sort of thing of 1 minute you're up in the air. You remember the slice of a claw, and suddenly you're lying on your back on a stone with sort of the trees sort of reading up and sort of above you, sort of, and no real memory of in between.
That was like the light still on the ink. Yeah. Say that, love.
spiritual weapon for my bonus action, please, next
Yep.
to me.
Let me just get my gem and open layer. There you go. That should be yours.
Yep, it is. And then I'm doing that at 4th level. 16,
Is a hit.
7 damage.
Lovely. Okay. Anything else? Yes.
No,
Okay. In that case, on to Kerner.
Okay, so
Then we'll be back up to you, Thorin.
going to do Chaos Bolt at Adult Wyvern.
Okay. Kerner starts making those dangerous muttering noises, hands glowing with strange colours.
I'm diving behind a rock.
Foreign does a 24 dark.
So I say that again.
24.
Is a hit.
Wait, Chaos
Chaos.
Bolt hit! Yeah!
Yeah. Holy shit.
24 and. Oh no, sorry, 27 to hit.
Yeah.
And then in the 4th level with fire, so 25 damage.
25 points of damage. Combined of fire and acid, according to this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice. There it is. Yeah, that kind of punches a huge gaping hole in the kind of the membranes of its wing. Just sort of fire kind of spreading all across its scales and eating and etching away, sort of bits of sort of that lovely burning lizard smell. Yeah. Anyway, anything else you're just standing there, just sort of looking smug. Yep.
Well, there's no anywhere I move, they're going to get an attack, so
Fair enough.
I might as well just stay here and pray.
No worries. Fine, in that case, back to you.
Yeah.
And then it'll be the 2 young Withams if they
Right.
survive.
First of all, I'm doing the, well, very obvious rage.
Excellent.
Right, when I can get it to thing. There we go, it's woken up. And then just the usual smack a bitch in the head.
Go for it.
And when it lets me go back to my actions. There we go.
Like, do you want to tie your women down, tie your women down?
No, I just want to punch a bitch in the face.
I'm just gonna punch a bitch in the face.
Yep. First one. What are we doing this again? Yes, we are.
Let's have a think.
First one has grown, it just went 10 no.
Yeah.
But I think the second one has gone through. I don't know, it's doing things. Hang on.
One of them was a 31.
Yeah, it just then suddenly did a lot of things. It's like, okay.
It does a lot of damage at the same time, yeah, when I go.
There you are. That's come through.
Right.
So 31. Blimey, that's looks like
Ah.
it's a
in that
Yeah.
That's
thing.
fit as well.
That's why it suddenly started rolling tons of dice
Yeah.
all over the place. Right, I will then do my second roll in a moment when I get back onto my page.
16, 20, 12. That's- So 8 plus 6 critical is 14, 20.
34.
Yeah. The 13, let me just double check, is a hit, I think. Yeah, the 13's a hit. So that's 7 on that one. So give me a total.
41.
Nice. In the grand scheme of smacking big horrible creatures, how would you like to do this one?
Uh, Probably just go very Samuel L. Jackson, be like, I'm sick of motherfuckers, like, the motherfucking monsters being on my motherfucking land, and just go, what? Smack.
Bloody flying snake.
Yes.
Yeah, you leap up, growl of rage as it overtakes you. The red mist, not so
Yeah.
much rising as tsunamiing forward, and yeah, you kind of split its breastplate in half, and it doesn't quite fall in two halves either side of you, but a goodly chunk of it sort of
Yeah. Just,
switching and
yes.
everything else like that. Down that goes. Sort of, yeah, Famous standing there, absolutely covered in gore as you're standing in the middle of the course.
Well, body parts everywhere.
Absolutely brilliant.
And just being very like, "Ah!"
Right, that is that one down.
And hopefully I've traumatised Darwin as well, so.
Well, there's an ambition. Right, the other one, the one that is facing off with Valenia, goes for bite. That to appear.
That's a
As we
hit.
stop the thing. Right. Okay, so 16 points of damage. It kind of long neck thing just lunges out and sort of
Hey, Logan.
clamps onto your midriff and sort of shakes and sort of throws you against the sort of nearby rock. And then the slinger again lashes in. That looks like that's a hit as well.
That is a hit.
Yeah. So can you give me a Constitution save, please? DC of 13. Poison's not as strong as it is in the adult.
Uh, Right, why can't I find the sheet? Because I've got another pet tab open. You can't whisper me. That's weird. I'll have to check it, Logan. What am I doing? Constitution.
Yes, please.
Sorry, I was 5 billion things all at the same time.
That's all right. Here's exactly what you needed. So only 16 points of piercing. You take half the poison, so 9. So 25 in total.
So is it half the poison because of the save?
That's right, because you saved, yeah.
And I'm resistant to poison anyway.
So 9 poison, so half that again, 4 poison
So 4, so that's 20.
in total.
And 20, 36. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure there was something else I needed to put on there, but I can't remember what it was.
Fair enough. Kaluma, you're up.
Okay.
In both senses of the word. You're prone, but that's
I'm prone.
you're prone, yeah.
What does that mean?
Immediately when you're lying down, so you have disadvantage on ranged attacks, or you can use half your movement to get to your feet.
Right, I'm going to use half my movement to get to my feet.
Yeah. Yeah, you're about level on that rock where you are with the with them, with the big one.
Okay, big one. I am going to use. If I use. Think of time. Sorry, I'm trying to think. I'm doing that. I'm gonna use my Aberrant Dragon Mask
Okay.
to do something else. Oh, I've already used it.
Yes, you did last round. Last in the last fight.
Okay, so I didn't mark it on the machine. Um. Okay, I'm. So am I level with him? Did you say?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you're on a rock that's about 10 foot up. It's about 10 foot up. So yeah.
I'll try it again.
Here's a hit. 24 necrotic. Searing touch of your spell again kind of cool, makes the wounds it's already taken grow large, fester, sort of bits sort of peeling back. You sort of see bone and blood sort of spattering everywhere. It screeches in pain. It's sort of starting to move really quite sluggishly, and sort of really on its last legs.
And I'm going
Starts to settle towards the floor.
bone to bring up my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Let's grab that. Where could you ping on the map where you would like it to appear?
Just next to me.
Okay, give me just a moment. There. Do that to the token layer. There you go.
8 points of force damage on the ribbon for this.
Would you like to describe that final blow?
I'm just gonna look at it and go.
Your mum goes,
I'm just gonna look at it and go. Just go away.
And
Clear is done.
the wyvern crashes to the ground.
Kalima wants to go home and knit.
Burned, filleted, clubbed, stabbed, everything else in between. Sort of the body kind of thrashing, sort of limply in the snow, sort of churning up a whole mess as it does so. Valenia, you are next. Then it'll be Arwen.
Yes. Oh, is there anyone? Oh, there's only one alive. Okay.
Anyone left? Yeah. Yeah. Thorin is currently standing in the remains of one.
Let's put
Arwen, yeah, go on.
put a couple of arrows in this then.
Okay.
Oh, because the other one moved as a bonus, I'll move the Hunter's Mark to this one.
Yeah, sure. There you go. Here's a hit.
So
16?
16 plus the Hunter's Mark is another 6.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And the next one is a 30. I'm rolling double numbers again.
Well, I'm not going to argue on this case. That's definitely a good hit.
14. So that's 42 in total. 40 in total. All in all, across those two.
Yeah. Okay. Two well-paced, very coolly sort of lined up, and the young wyvern also collapses to the ground and sort of very short order bleeds out and sort of is left there. And quiet returns. Fortunately,
as you look over, Valenia appears to be in anguish and just really angry, and she just slumps to her knees, and you can hear her talking under her breath, just going, "Not now, not this moment. Hold it back, hold it back." And then as she lets the 2 arrows into the wyvern, she just sort of slumps forward, and then gets up like nothing's happened. And she runs over to Kaluma.
One second. Okay. Quiet returns. You have Valenia running up towards you, clambering up the rock. All the wyverns are dead. You're not far from the hut. You're about 60, 70 foot away from where you saw the hut.
Kaluma is facing away from Valenia, and so when Valenia gets like, it's like Kaluma like turns around just as Valenia gets to them and just goes shit.
You just see tears rolling down her face.
Valenia, what's wrong?
Don't die on me!
I've gone down loads of times. Why are you crying now?
Don't need people dying.
Valenia, I'm fine. I'm up.
She's there, just like checking for.
Yeah, and you can sort of see the freshly healed wounds, where Arwen's divine sort of intervention has sort of closed the serious wounds. There's still scrapes, there's still things, but a lot of those are from the earlier fight. So yeah, but yeah, that's kind of
Kaluma's just gonna be like,
it's a little bit tender from where the claw sort of swiped to your side, sort of thing.
Kaluma's just gonna like reach into their bag and go, hat?
She just looks at you. She just looks at you and goes, "You idiot."
Kaluma's just gonna go, on the list. I'm fine. I killed it. I'm alright. I've gone down plenty of times. You've seen me go down plenty of times. Deeper down.
I mean, I know I've been drunk a few times, but
Olivia, are you okay?
Yeah. Everything's fine. Everything's good.
Well, you can still keep the hat.
Thank you.
Oh wait there.
well, do you need time to go with the city hat?
Sorry. Yeah. That's a bit of old chocolate. Don't think you want that on your head. Kaluma's just going to sort of like pat Valenia awkwardly on the head and just go, right, let's get going. And then Kaluma's just going to jump down from the rock.
Okay. Thorin, are you letting the rage
Yeah,
lapse? Okay.
I've started to thing. Yeah,
Yeah, you should now be on 2 points of exhaustion.
yeah. Hang on. Yeah,
So you're aware of that. You should be able to mark that.
yeah.
Arwen?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
I was maybe just going for my spells if I had multiple healing spells. You know, spell that heals more people. I don't actually have that. And I'm like, oh dear. That's what I was planning on doing. I'm like, I cannot find it. I don't have that prepared in my spell list. Whoops.
I just go, but I'm following Kaluma. because if there's not one there, I want sleep and rest.
Yeah, agreed.
Right. In that case, make a perception check, please, Kaluma and Kerner, as you're heading that direction.
Section. 13.
Yeah, not bad. Okay, Kaluma's sort of probably because you're sort of semi-flying, whatever. Don't really see it. But up here on the map, I'm just going to ping it there. There is a broken rope bridge that would give you a bit of an advantage in crossing the river, which is about 10 foot wide. Which does seem to be sort of leading towards the hut itself. So.
Which one I look like and go. Any ideas?
Mechanically, basically, give you advantage on your choice of your athletics or acrobatics to cross the river safely.
So which one are we going for?
The rope bridge, yeah. Bing.
Okay.
Right, okay.
Trying to leave myself where I've gone. Right. Athletics or acrobatics?
It's your choice.
I think I'm going to go for acrobatics, but I've got the higher plus bonus.
Well,
so we sort of do a bit of a Tarzan swing, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do these and then make a decision on what comes back.
Is
from
it
that.
is it like a rope that's dangled over, or is it like a swing rope?
I think it's one that was sitting for he's grabbing. It's a rope bridge that sort of is sort of like the a lot of the wooden slats have gone. Some of the support ropes on one side have gone, but of the ones that are down, there's sort of one that's sort of partially there with bits that are sort of hanging off it. So it's more that it's on this side, but you've been able to grab it and sort of pull it forward and then sort of swing across, sort of thing.
Okay.
Well, I got 20, so I'll accept that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, you said athletics or acrobatics, didn't you?
yeah, whichever works best for you.
Yeah,
so
that's a 7.
So, yeah, I've managed
Wait,
to
hang on.
I've managed to
I've got
jimmy
inspiration.
I could say it's with advantage. Well, I could say it's with advantage as well. So
Oh, I didn't know it was with advantage.
Well, I got 20 anyway,
Yeah.
so.
yeah, because you're using the rope bridge to cross.
Oh,
14.
That's better.
13 mine was.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're fine.
19 was better.
That's
yeah.
fine.
If I do it with advantage, no, my luck, I'll get a lower thing. So it's like, no, I'll take the 20.
Yeah, no, you're able to get
Oh,
across.
thank God, that was with
Oh, that's
advantage.
good.
I'm just going to get to the PP.
Okay. Well, should we call a quick bio break there as you're all sort of approaching and getting to the hut, and then we'll you can
Yeah.
decide what you want to do from there.
Body.
Okie
Good
dokie.
things.
Let's do that. Okay.
Calm you, Kaluma.
We will be back in what? 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Vicinity of the. There you go.
Right. See you in a moment, peoples.
It's your turn.
Yeah, we're back.
Yay! Fantastic. Right. Thank you, to everyone who's staying with us. Just to very quickly recap, you're making your way, looking for ways through the mountains to try and counter ambush where you believe the trolls are gathering. The remnants of the trolls are gathering. Making your way through the forest towards following a river that you hope will sort of lead to an opening, and you were making towards a ruined cabin that looked to be a good place to rest up as the afternoon is wearing on. However, you were intercepted on the way by a wyvern and its two young, and there was a brief but intense battle. And the wyverns now lie in at least one case in several pieces, and you have managed to make your way across the ruined rope bridges that still remain and the into the hut. Most of the roof is gone, which is why there's snow and plants growing inside it. The floor was collapsed, but it's only sort of not a huge drop down, sort of like cool space underneath. Yeah. What do you want to do? Time-wise, it is about 4 in the afternoon. Light is starting to fade. But you are upright and you are there.
Is it worth just taking a rest for the night, grabbing some food, resting up so we're all at full hit points again?
I would say to rest up because I only have pretty much my 3rd level spell slots and up. So
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, I have one spell slot left.
I think I'm okay for hit points, but I'm more thinking about my exhaustion that I'm stacking up because of the range.
Yeah, you sort of.
Because I don't want to end up shattered right at the wrong point and be like, fuck.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the kind of the lactic acid burn is real at this point.
Yeah, I've done that in real life and it hurts like a bitch.
Well, Kalina's literally just like walked into the cabin,
Mm-hmm.
found the nearest bit of floor.
I've made you walk in with your face plant.
I mean, I was gonna say,
I mean, go on.
I was just say if we do that, I just wanted to check out this like the collapsed in area to see if like clearing it out to make a pretty much a see if like there's enough space underneath the floor area so like at least some people can sleep too, so it's like away from all the snow.
Make an investigation check.
Because it'll probably be a little bit better and warmer. Investigation.
Sleep in the crawl space, why not?
That's an 11.
That's good enough. It's a fairly simple scanning around. It looks secure enough. It looks like the floorboards, apart from this bit, are generally sturdy enough that you could it might be a bit sort of a bit cozy, but that'll help with the fact that you're surrounded by snow. Effectively, a bit of extra insulation. As long as you don't sort of long as you're careful with any campfires or anything, so you don't asphyxiate yourselves with smoke. So make sure it's well ventilated. You can in the crawl space is a good option for those who want to use it. There's certainly enough space in there for each of you to clamber down and into if you want to, or you can be above ground.
I think Valenia's gonna like crawl down into it and set up like a not necessarily a small campfire, but one that's only going to give off a little bit of heat and not too much.
Yeah, I think Arwen's going to go in the crawl space and he's going to trust that someone's going to keep watch this time.
Already on it, I don't mind doing first, do that.
Okay.
I'll be the last one.
Actually, shouldn't I think I probably should, because obviously I don't have dark vision.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll go maybe second then.
Yeah, because I don't have dark vision.
So I've just got so used to sort of like me having like vision, just assuming everyone else has dark vision.
Absolutely. It's a very real thing.
Yeah, so I probably should take first watch while they're still light, because there's no point having someone who doesn't have dark vision doing like a watch in the middle of the night.
And it's going to take you a while to sort of kind of settle and sort of cook and food. You know, if you don't, I mean, presumably you're going to make a meal before you're sort of settling for. So you can be quietly resting and through the course of it. It's not sort of a case of you are asleep solidly for that period, but it is
Yeah.
you're beginning that period of rest and stuff.
Yeah. So I'll do first watch when
Mhm.
it's still light. Who
Yeah.
wants to do second?
I can do second if you want.
Okay, I'll go in third then, 'cause that's probably when it'd be darkest.
And then I'll do fourth positions. We're starting to come to light.
Yeah.
And then you're doing last in your sensory.
I said it's about 4 or 5 now, so an 8 hours would sort of take you through to 1 o'clock in the morning. Or do you want to sort of make that a longer sort of just rest up and actually sort of just go through the night?
Go through the night.
Okay, so you sort of
Yeah. I think
Okay.
I will do. I'm gonna quickly see in my spells. Is it a third level spell? It is. What I'm also gonna do is gonna be slightly cold before my watch. Like the little clearing up here actually, when there's still space, I'm gonna do create food and water.
okay. Holy tofu supplies have arrived.
So we can have a bit to eat, and yes, drink whilst the water's on the floor, because there's still no containers. Wait, what's this actually? The side here?
A broken bit of furniture, but you could probably sort of upend it and use that to make like a mini pool. Sort of, yeah, it's probably a broken table and there's a lip, so yeah, you could use that to.
Yeah, I'll just put the water in there, so we are going to be kind of drinking like an animal would in a farm, but it's water. It's there.
I'll rule effectively that what a spell does
There
under
we
these
go.
circumstances is it effectively creates a temporary bubbling spring.
Okay.
So that'll sort of you basically can form a pool. You can use that to kind of collect it, and then it'll eventually sort of be yeah. The good way is that you're able to arrange things to sort of capture bits of it and replenish any water flasks you've got, and effectively this kind of rock literally opens up and fresh pure water begins to kind of sort of bubble out and forth,
Awesome.
and
Use up
tofu on the blankets.
then use up some of my spices
Mhm.
to make it taste. If I can find- there it is. Spice pouch. How many charges would you say I'd be using?
Say use 3, but then that'll because there's a lot of it. Or if you're only doing it for yourselves, yeah, no, 3 probably does it because you're not spicing actually everything, but it's
I'm
roughly a
spicing enough to make to cover the majority of it to make it seasoned, so people can like have one and not just have a bland bit of tofu.
Yeah.
Because that would be very depressing.
Yeah, bland tofu is unspiced tofu is very depressing.
Absolutely matches the description of the spell. The food is bland but nourishing.
Yeah, so I'll take my little portion and just go and get ready to relax and take first watch.
That clue is all collapsed. I mean, do you sort of pull a blanket over you and think, or have you literally just gone poof into a snowbank?
Yeah, Kaluma's literally yeah, Kaluma's just like face down, sleeping.
Yeah, you're probably not that tired because frostbite, things like that.
Fine, Kaluma's found somewhere that's not covered in snow.
Yeah,
before.
fair enough. Make yourself a little nest or whatever, and you've through your blankets and stuff.
You can use your wings as blankets.
Okay, Kaluma's going to use one wing as a pillow,
Mm-hmm.
the other as a blanket.
There's an interesting image. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you're all curled and wrapped there. Yeah, and the relative quiet of the evening begins to kind of heave in. You've got the constant sort of constant sound of the river as it flows past, sort of kind of a small ravine, sort of just near you. The creaking of the trees as kind of the various branches rub and crack against each other, and the sap sort of settles and shifts. Just in those sort of first couple of hours. Arwen, could you make a Constitution check for me, please?
Okay. Is that a Constitution save or just a straight up Constitution?
Just a straight up Constitution.
Heh.
Okay. And you know, just while people are sort of just settling and sort of cooking, and you're sort of sat there and you're eating, and you're sort of just gently warm there, sort of, and your muscles are aching, and then sort of before you know it, who was taking second watch?
Millennial.
Felenia
Felenia.
was going off.
Yeah.
And before you know it, Valenia's waking you up, just sort of rousing you from your slumber, coming to take over the watch.
I just imagine. I assume that he drifted off. That he just like dropped a bit of tofu on the ground, so he's just picked it up meekly. Just like this small bit of tofu,
A bit. Yep, there you go.
and just crawling the little. As we're swapping, he's just going to go into the little crawl space.
Yeah, okay. Get yourself down in there, no problem at all. Okay, Felenia.
Just coming back.
You ready? Fair enough.
There we go.
Okay, you've relieved Arwen. Arwen had fallen asleep. He gently wakes them, and they sort of go sloping off to go and sort of collapse quietly. So like Arwen, you are. So they would be quietly contemplative as the rush of the water, the rush of the waters, the creaking of tree branches, and as they kind of sway in the wind, and as the sap sort of settles, and sort of that bite in the air comes on in, you're sort of sheltered enough with the rocks around you, sort of having sort of nice little sort of quiet patch where the sort of the cold wind isn't kind of isn't directly sort of stealing your warmth. And yeah, sort of you're kind of aware, sort of, you know, people sort of just can moving around or sort of just sort of settling within the ruin itself. But the evening watch sort of stretches out before you. Is there anything you want to be doing while you're?
Just more keeping track of what's going on, keeping an eye out. Not really. If anything, she's trying just to sort of be in the moment.
Okay. Could I get a Constitution check for you, please?
You can indeed. Where's Constitution gone? There it is. So 15.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're okay. You've kind of paced yourself. You stay awake despite, you know, it's been a really long day and you've been on the march and all the exertions, everything else like that. But you're able to stay focused. You don't kind of lose anything on that. Could you do a perception check for me as well, please?
Oh, that's a 3.
Okay, not a problem. Okay. Yeah, nothing much of anything. You're a pretty out of the way area here. Yeah, watch goes peaceably. Nothing sort of unusual sort of disturbs you all. So all is well. You're able to hand over in due course to whoever is next.
Yeah, I'm as you come out, Valenia is just like, just throwing stones into a nearby pot.
So that faint clank is probably what woke you up, sort of made you do that sort of, oh, I suppose I better go and sort of see what's going on, sort of thing, you know. Yeah, small little sort of sack of sort of rocks around an old bent sort of pewter mug that you found in one of the corners of the room or something, you know. And again, sort of lovely, it's quiet. You know, after the exertions of the day and everything else like that, it's just that quiet sort of
Mhm.
one with nature moment, really. Sort of that sort of
Yeah.
yeah.
And I maybe use the time to sort of maybe get some of the snow, melt it down a bit, and try and clean myself off a bit best I can. Because I'm still covered in stuff.
Blood, guts, mostly other people's.
Yeah. So it's a whole, I better make myself sort of presentable until I can wash properly.
See, not a problem. Again, like everyone else, I need to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
As I said, you are washing yourself down, so that at least wakes you up a little.
Yeah. When it's well, when my laptop wakes up, so yeah.
Stop, so that's the thing.
Come on, Constitution, you say we've got to save.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really just staving off the exhaustion of a long day, sort of on the march through snow and everything else, really.
I did overcook my pizza.
Oops.
Try that again after it randomly tripped itself off. Right, I think that's done a thing now. There we go. There should be I think it's a 25 coming through.
Fantastic. Yeah, no problem with that whatsoever. Through you come. Yeah. Yeah, you're sort of bright and
So yeah, so dunking that cold water over myself up.
yeah.
What? Yes.
Yeah,
I was like,
that'd do it. That's clean things off, close the pores and everything else in between. Yeah, you're able to sort of wander on by. There's I mean, yeah, you're able to spend the time sort of keeping an ear out, but sort of generally sort of washing yourself off, refreshing yourself, cleaning off your kit, sort of
Yeah.
general maintenance, stuff like that. And yeah, the evening, your sort of stretch of it goes through without anything weird and wonderful. You know, the occasional odd sound off in the distance, but so far off as to not really make anything that worries. You know, nothing that sort of what's that? It's more that sort of off in the distance. Something.
is that just a random animal or someone farting?
Yeah. Is that a dragon burping, or is that no? Whatever it is, it's so far away that
Yeah.
it's just not worth worrying about. Nothing near high. And yeah, after a few hours, yeah, 3 4 hours, it's sort of really getting into the dark of the night. It's then time for whoever is meant to be.
Is anyone else taking over from me? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, Kalima will be taken over last.
Okay,
Yeah.
so your next thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Everyone have gone over and it doesn't take much to sort of wake Kerner. They're kind of lightly dozing, rested, but well then, yeah, presumably just sort of
It's the whole, just doing whole
put your lean
careful, like.
put your lean to yeah.
I'm trying to go, yeah, leave me alone, Katana.
And I'll suddenly do the. No, I'm definitely still me. I'm like,
Just go and check and see if his cock's
yes, checking, yeah. And I'm like, it's me, you dingus, wake up.
Where's Loris?
Back home, as far as I know.
Where are we?
We're in a hut with no roof. We've been
It's,
killing stuff.
watch.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you watch things.
Yeah, so I clamber out and go into my walk and find the boat, the safe spring that Lauren doesn't try and just wash my face in it and anything else.
If Kerner gets amnesia, would there be the Dragonborn identity?
Oh,
Is this where I go, take this off and pull it off? Yeah.
so constitution check?
Yes, please.
Well, I would take this cushion off, but it's comfortable.
That's fine.
I have no idea what that is.
Just do a thing.
Oh, natural 20.
Very nice. Yeah, you got absolutely no problem in being awake then.
Mhm.
Now that. Again, Just, anything you sort of, you say you're there, and so anything sort of, anything you're doing sort of on the.
No, I'm kind of keeping an eye out, but doing that kind of eye dream of thinking about being at home with Kakana and Loris and Faye. Really.
It's, he goes by, doesn't sort of. Yeah, nothing unusual. The skies all in that kind of lighting, in that kind of false pre-dawn. About this now, so it'll get darker again, but it's that sort of just a quiet. It's sort of just be that sort of quiet space after the chaos of the last day or so. You're just able to
Yeah.
feel rested and sort of recenter yourself and start to realign with your sorcerers. Sort
Yeah.
of,
Pretty much just doing that.
Yeah.
Just resettling. And then it's need to go and get Kalima up. So one job I thought, oi, your turn.
Kalima basically like sits bolt upright. Well, sort of like kind of like rolls over, going, I don't want pineapples.
Is this
You don't
is this
get to
Kaluma or
have
you?
it.
Oh, fucking wolf, mate. Kalima sort of like gets up, brushes himself down, and goes, is it my turn?
Yes. And just so you're aware, we don't have any pineapples to give you, so you're not going to need any.
Oh, that's alright then. They kept giving me pineapples.
Okay. And I just let Kalima just wander off. And go, there's a cold stream over that way if you want to freshen up.
Kalima sort of like just goes down to the stream, sort of like have a look around, strips off and jumps in.
Okay.
Giving themselves a good watch off.
Sure, no problem at all. Able to do that.
Constitution?
No, I think you've successfully woken yourself up with diving into the freezing cold stream.
So
Having a
he being sensible, just getting like a little bottle or bucket of something just to rinse myself. Yes. Luma goes, no, strip off, throw in.
Kalima also takes the finds a tree to sort of scratch like the base of their wings.
So scratch their buttons if you want to.
I've now got an image of like Kalima like Baloo from Jungle Book.
Scratch, yeah. All those humorous bear shorts you see on social media where they're scratching themselves on something.
Kalima's then going to get a fresh set of clothing out of their backpack, put it on, and give their old clothes a proper rinse down. And
Okay. When you sort of go to sort of look for your the clothes that you've sort of discarded when you have your wash, you find the laces of your boots are missing.
Kalima doesn't wear boots.
Okay, your belt is missing.
Can I have a look around to see where it is?
Yeah, sure. Do an investigation. No.
Nope.
Is this the clothing that I've stripped off?
Yeah.
Kalima's gonna have another look around.
Okay.
Come on, let me find my belt.
Okay. You find your belt. It's you see it about 20 foot up sort of looped onto the end of a branch.
We're gonna fly up and grab it.
What's your passive perception?
17.
I swear you hear a little giggle.
Hello?
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Can't see anything.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I just wanted to know why you needed my belt. My name is Kaluma. Can I help you with anything?
Make a perception check.
Why do I always get the fucking weird things?
You can't see anything, but your trousers now appear to be not where you left them. They're sort of on the on top of the door, on top of the lintel of the door frame.
Triton, is that you?
Yeah, little sort of whirring as of little wings. Little sort of.
Who is that? Who's there?
It's still about 20 foot up in the tree at the moment. Can't see anything moving around.
Kaluma's gonna go and basically go and like see if they can hunt down the clothes movers.
Okay. What's your course of action? How you do it?
Going to try and follow the sound with their ears.
Okay. Investigation at disadvantage.
Oh, arse. Oh, fuck.
No. Okay. You're sort of scouting around, looking for, sort of peering under things, this, that, and the other. You hear sort of a clink noise, and when you turn around, your clothes have been sort of been laid out in and around a rock, as if you'd been sleeping there, but you've just disappeared. So it's sort of they're sort of laid out, almost like sort of preparation, as if you had been sat in them, and now you're not. So it's you literally teleported out of your clothes.
Kaluma's gonna walk over and very quickly pick up their clothes and shove them in their back.
Okay. Could you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh God.
Jesus. What is Kaluma getting themselves into?
Okay. You at the last minute, you kind of spot a little sort of tiny little thread, and you're able to stop yourself just in time. You kind of follow the thread, loop, 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 and with the little pewter mug that we were talking about that they've been using for target practice earlier, that is now suspended on a branch just above, connected. And you kind of peer up. It's sort of full of freezing cold water. So if you got it, you'd have had a plunk of water on your head.
Kaluma's just going to go, fuck this. What? do you want from me?
Do a little. Scritch, scritch, scritch noise. Just round the corner.
Kaluma's going to follow the noise.
There's a twinkle of light just at the next corner.
Kaluma's going to follow the light.
Little lights just darting around the next corner.
Kaluma's going to fly up.
Okay. You can sort of see the sort of the little shimmering lights, just pausing as if waiting for you to sort of appear. They're sort of just they've kind of moved along. They're just sort of at the next.
Kaluma's going to launch themselves at the light and just try and rugby tackle it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Just a D20, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you land and fly straight through the little twinkling lights, and head first into a snowbank. Just put you.
Leah, do you know what this reminds me of? Hildebrand.
There's that little sort of sputter, and you hear a definite twinkle. The lights disappear, but you sort of see like a little trail of dust floating out of the skies. It's whips back round the corner. Little glowing dust trail.
Kaluma's just going to dust themselves off and just fly around trying to fucking catch this thing.
Make another perception check for me.
For God's sake!
Okay. You peer around. You're sort of back by the door, and peering around, looking around, and hear a little voice in your ear saying, "John, admit it, that was funny." This is tiny, about little woman, but literally about that high, in sort of flowing gowns, big sort of diaphanous butterfly wings. Gives you a cheeky little grin. And disappears.
Have you just been pranked by a fairy?
Kaluma's just going to rub their eyes and just go, "Get back here!
Little giggle.
Can I at least know your name?"
In the frost of the window near you, see little scratching sort of appear in the
I've
frost.
seen horror films, I know where that fucking leads.
Go, just get it. Just don't tell me. Yeah.
What does the lettering say?
When you get close enough, it says, "Behind you."
Kaluma's going to turn around
Stab.
And there.
for the watch.
And again, you sort of see her there. She's sort of, literally that tall. So about 8-9 inches tall.
Are you the same magic that my dragons?
I've never met your dragon. I've only met sort of. What is your name? I'm Millie, by the way.
Millie.
Millie.
Well, have you had fun?
I have. Have you?
I mean, I don't really like going like face first into a snowbank.
Oh, that was funny. Come on, admit it. That was funny.
I mean, I think I still got snow in my horns.
Kinky.
So, what brings you here?
Oh, just passing through, and I saw you all there, and I've just been just quietly watching and sort of watching you do things. You all seem to enjoy throwing things at the. So I thought the cut might like a chance to sort of throw something back, and then you've been doing other things, and then you jumped in and left all your clothes there. So I thought, well, here's a good opportunity to sort of make you sort of have a bit of a run around, bit of exercise, and get the blood pumping because that's a very cold river. I was so really worried you might sort of actually sort of get a bit of hypothermia, and that really wouldn't be very good with all this snow around here because Dark Queen would really like if you're unwell. So if you could carry on with that, then Bright Queen would be much happier. You'd be able to sort of do that sort of thing. And then I saw you do that, and then I thought, well, I'll do the little lights. And you follow the lights all the way round, and then you went up there, which I thought was very clever. I didn't think you could fly that fast. And so then you came on round, and then you went everywhere. And that was lovely. And you've managed all that without even waking everyone else up. Brilliant. Well done.
Thank you. So you just decided you see a naked tiefling and you decide to steal their clothes.
Well, you didn't look like you used to him anymore. He'd gone for a swim, so I thought I'd sort of just have a bit of a play and see how you reacted to it. And yeah, that was all good. Yeah. Hey. Are you here long?
We're just passing through. We're on a bit of a We've got some serious stuff.
Oh, serious sounds incredibly boring. But that on the beard looked very, very serious. Had lots of blood on it. Are they all right, or is that normal for them?
Well, I don't know if you know him, but he's Thorin Amber.
Never heard of it.
He's the lord around here.
Oh.
Not of this building, but he's got a hold.
Oh. You mean there's more like him?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. That's lovely. And the dragon lady looked was that pretty at all? Is that the dragon you're talking about?
No, I've got a fairy dragon.
Oh, lovely. What's his name?
Shrieken.
Oh, that's a nice name. Sort of like the bird, but not. I suppose not like a bird. Have you got wings? Are they butterfly wings or are they big flappy leathery ones?
Butterfly, like yours.
Oh, gosh, that's lovely.
Do you have any
Easy.
family, really?
Oh, I've got lots of family. Yeah. Yeah, I've got
Don't do the whole. Lots.
Hold your hand up. You should just hold down to everything because you look at it. Thank you.
Why would I do it?
And just fold another one up. Yeah, thank you. Do I count the ones I'm having arguments with?
Yes.
Another 2 fingers up. Thank you. Yeah. So that's all.
Why did I ask?
7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll just put one more foot up in the air. That'd be that.
Do the thing, for God's sake, Tim. I can't keep this for long.
273 brothers and sisters.
Oof. Do you live with them?
Oh God, no. The smell. Far too nice.
Would you like to come with us?
Oh God, you're fighting a random creature along with us.
Where are you going?
We are going to go and finish some serious business, and we're going to go and go back to the hold for a party.
Well, I've got another one. I
Sorry, my internet farted.
Yes, no, she sort of kind of looks at you and sort of you're doing. And as she's flying along, she's literally there's a little glowing trail of dust behind her. It's a little sparkling dust. Sort of just as she's going around, there's a little trail. It just lasts just for a little while afterwards, and it sort of
What
and then it fades away.
is while she's doing that, I'm gonna do. Well, Karima's gonna do a whistle
Mhm.
and have Shrike here next to me.
Okay, summoning him as you're familiar. Okay, there's sort of a sort of lands on your shoulder. There's a. I was sleeping. What on earth? It's cold. What the bloody hell? Library. What's there?
Shrike, I found a fairy.
No, Pixie. Not fairy, Pixie. Well, she's a Pixie.
Just thought that you'd appreciate what she's doing. She's being a bit mischievous.
Oh, yeah, that's Pixies for you. She's sort of, think of them as like flying house cats that are about as brave as a young deer, and you're not far off. Tasty.
Sorry, give me a second. Everybody's
Yeah, sure.
everybody's cameras have gone.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm just trying to figure out how to if there's a way to refresh it.
Have I made friends with a pixie?
So,
Have I made friends with a pixie?
yeah, certainly. So far, so good. Yeah.
Can I wear knitted stuff?
Probably a little small. Well, probably, but it'd be sort of quite sort of.
When as Striken is complaining, Kalima's gonna get like a very small knitted blanket out, wrap him up in it, and cuddle him.
Just set him up as sort of this sort of uncertain, sort of not uncertainty, that sort of bad grace, I think, is that sort of slightly grumpy, sort of a little bit of a performance of God, actually sort of quite enjoying sort of being sort of snuggled up and cuddled and. Yeah.
I'm just moving people. I'm just moving people backstage for a second.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
So that means we've all had a long rest.
Oh yeah.
Okay, stop them.
So you might need to just reconnect yourself to the because for some reason
There you go.
it has thrown everybody. You're at least showing up. Oh. Apparently it's not showing your webcams.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll turn my camera off and on again. There you go. Yeah, I've turned my camera off and on again, and that seems to have made me appear on this side. I seem to even be in colour.
I'm in black and white.
You're still showing us backstage. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm just gonna move that one down.
yeah, it's like everything's going through, but it's not showing cameras. I tell you what, let's reinvite you all to backstage.
Okay.
So hold on, let me end guest star, restart guest star. Got it. Right, so sorry about this, people.
That's alright. That's all.
Right, let's try that again. At least I know where most people go now.
Mm.
Aha, there's a joke.
I will admit I'm trying very hard not to fade.
Yeah, we'll probably sort of call this as an end in a minute.
Yeah, sorry about it. Yeah, it's just
Right.
And for once, look, our machines that are causing the problems.
no, there's a problem with with talk in this area apparently. I've just had a look.
Let's just say that there's a reason I stick to either Sky or Virgin in Portsmouth. As much as I might have issues with Virgins,
Yeah.
at least they kind of work most of the time. Talk is just wow, yeah.
Morgan,
See,
do you want me to just keep your picture up for now?
yeah, I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to go for much longer.
Okay.
With
But I only say that because I had massive problems with Talk.
yeah.
And with Sky and Virgin, for their fault, at least they do work about 90% of the time.
The problem I got is that Talk are the only company that supply this building.
Oh, that sucks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was saying with my mum's house being a private doodad, we can just go with whoever.
Yeah. Well, everything's back that we can do for now.
Cool. So yes. Yeah. So
So we've just been
So yeah, so Sly yes, it's very sort of putting on a pretense of being unhappy, but is actually quite enjoying being cuddled up and wrapped in blankets. And little Minnie is quite happily scampering around, sort of putting little phosphorns everywhere and sort of redecorating things, and then sort of lays a little gentle layer of frost over the holy tofu, and sort of in the thing there, and sort of makes the snow layer sort of sparkle gently in the new light in the area.
If you ever want to come and join us,
That's ever so kind. I have many other things to be doing, and I'll definitely keep an eye for you, and hopefully next I'll see you back, and we can play some more games later. That'd be nice.
I'm gonna get my copy of like the map out and just sort of like point to where the hold is and go, we're just there. Just when we're not
Gosh, that is
adventuring.
oh, okay. Oh, can I tell my friends?
Pardon?
Can I tell my friends?
How many have you got?
Oh,
Oh, not this again.
Could you hold up a finger, please?
Let me guess, you've got quite a lot.
Yeah. Lots of friends. They'd all love to come and say hello.
Yeah, sure.
Brilliant, wonderful. Oh, excellent. Oh, we'll look forward to coming to say hello. We'll bring lots of sparkles and lots of sprinkles, and yeah, well, that'd be lovely. Might be a bit difficult with all the because with the Sealy Court being so powerful, it's a bit of a struggle to kind of get through. But if you can sort all that out, we're very glad to come through and sort of spending more time when it's sort of a little warmer, because the ice sort of getting that sort of stop forming on my wings. That's why I keep fixing them all the time, because otherwise they sort of ice up along with everything else as well. And I mean, you're a very, very good knitter, but I think it'd probably be too heavy for me to fly if I was wearing any, because it's so thick with the capacity of my body. Because I'm only very high at all, really. Are you okay? Oh, okay. Fair enough. And so what I'll do is I'll let you get on with it, and it's been lovely meeting you and your friends. I mean, they all look so serious, so I didn't think I'd sort of play any games with them. But you look like you might enjoy a bit of a joke and a bit of a fun. So that's why I sort of giggled and sort of came to look, because none of you look like you were causing fights or anything. So I sort of go and sort of come out and have a play and sort of wave a little bit of my pixie dust around and sort of wave that and sort of make the little patterns and I knew you could get your belt back, because that was fun. I had to get your attention somehow, and I didn't want to sort of just appear, because I thought, given how you sort of make things explode, like all the big legacy things over there, I didn't want to explode, because that really would put a crimp on the whole day and the night as well, because it's night time, and it would take incredibly large amounts of time to sort of be able to sort of, well, I don't know if I could put myself back together again. I've never tried. I've never exploded before, so I mean, I don't really want want to try it now because that'll be sort of incredibly sort of disruptive to my ability to get on with anything at all. Are you okay?
Kaluma's brain is doing. Kaluma EXE has stopped working with the little loading. And the old dial-up voice.
I only explode people who wish to explode me too.
Oh. Oh, that's okay because I don't want to explode anyone. I could explode anyone actually. I suppose if I sort of flew up their nose and then sort of did an entangle, then maybe their nose hairs could sort of. No, that wouldn't quite work. I mean, I suppose I could sort of fly someone's sort of dagger very high up and then drop it, but sounds like it's work. I don't really think that's really worth it, to be honest. So no, I don't want to explode people. So yeah, I should be okay. You know, could explode me. Fantastic, wonderful.
You know what? You know what? You know the little lord.
Who? Say?
My little lord friend.
Oh, right, yeah.
Can you possibly put some glitter in his beard?
Yeah, okay.
You make it into, and basically Kaluma's gonna like quickly like draw a penis and go, can you make it that shape?
Oh.
Oh God!
Oh, gosh. You sure you won't be bad?
Do it.
Oh, go on, you're a bad influence on me. Okay.
Can you make it permanent?
Oh God!
Well, I don't know if I can make it permanent, but it'll be there until he kind of brushes it out.
Can you make it stick just that wee bit?
Oh, it'll stick, but you know, you'll have to. Yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, if you want to have a closer look to see what I've made out of, you can. But you know, it's fine. It's there. It's sprinkle. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, so I'm lovely. I do love helping with pranks, and that's lovely. And gosh, this is so exciting. I've not had a good conversation like this in hours. It's been lovely. But I need to get onto my next place to sort of put some more things because you know, these leaves aren't going to get covered in frost by themselves. I've got such a long way to go.
You should go and find someone random and put frost in their pants.
Oh, well, the only ones I know near here who like that, they're kind of frosty anyway. So I'm not quite sure whether that would. I mean, I'll give it a go. Okay, fair enough.
You can give them blue balls.
Oh, they've got those already. That's fine.
Well, you can make them shimmery.
Sugary blue balls. Okay, well, if you say sugary blue balls, you know I've been that way.
Okay, well, if you drop by the hold while I'm there, you know, just say shimmery blue balls at the gate and they'll let you in.
Okay.
Have fun with the pranks.
And try not to explode. Okay, right. I'll don't tell anyone. Disappears.
Striker, did you understand a word?
Oh, she was talking quite slowly. Yeah. Fixes are normally a lot sort of more chatty than that.
Right. I just thought,
You're really lucky that she showed herself. They're usually really sort of really shy. You know.
well, thank you. Do you want to go back to the hold?
I'm not sure actually how to get there from here.
Uh,
I can go back in my space and I'll just sort of go curl up.
you can take the blanket with you.
Thanks. Disappears back into his.
Kaluma's just go. What the fuck was in that holy tofu?
Drugs. Hardcore drugs.
Good. You can start playing more.
And sort of the dawn begins to crack and begins to sort of rise and sort of light begins to return and everyone else is still fast asleep. You sort of wander back to the hut.
There's me apparently with the glittery penis in the beard now.
Kaluma's going to walk into the hut and go, "Good morning, all! It's a nice and shiny day."
You just hear a thud as like Arwen hits the floorboards because he's underneath.
Jerks it went bang.
Oh! Is everyone ready to go on with their day?
But maybe I just sort of like wake up slowly, just sort of look at you and sort of scowl a little bit, like, oh, for fuck's sake, fine.
You just
Make
hear
a perception check, sorry.
Hang on.
Is Arwen appearing like that, like that old little cartoon?
yeah, he's
like,
just like kind of like he's like holding onto the sides, just peering up.
It's like a meerkat coming out of the hot, like coming a hole in the floor.
Right. When it does things.
With probably a bit of dust on his head because of hitting his head on the floorboard, a bit of snow.
Right, I think it's rolling
Oh,
your thing.
correct.
Oh, for fuck off, really?
yeah, Logan just
Arwen
put
make a
simples.
perception roll as well.
I'm not very perceptive.
Oh, what was that, Tim?
Arwen, make a perception roll, please.
Okay.
It's so nearly landed on fucking 12 as well.
Okay,
15.
right. Following as you're saying, you're sort of noticing that sort of something sparkly, sort of dust sort of falling off you. Arwen, Thorin has the glittery shape of a dick in his beard, and someone has drawn what looks like love hearts all across the top in frost on all the holy tofu.
Arwen's just kind of scoot on over to Valenia, point at Thorin, and just whisper, "Should we tell him?"
Kaluma sort of like looks at like Arwen and Valenia and goes,
Literally, as I just go, no. If anything, it'll be a good distraction in a fight.
Right.
You make a
Everyone
good-
has successfully had a long rest, so mark that off. That's the important thing.
Just kind of hear about not saying anything.
No, because Arwen would have whispered it to Valenia.
I just kind of notice it.
I can enjoy it. You go on then, make a perception check. This is you waking up.
"Sorry, Thorin." Oh, that's the tank though.
Section.
You need to roll perception to find perception.
Mm-hmm. My brain's not working.
Now you found it.
No, I don't notice it. I've only got a six.
No, Kerner is so innocent in the ways of the world and everything else like that. Hasn't even noticed the shape being made. It probably obscures something by some of the trinkets and stuff you got in your beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not immediately obvious. On that note, it is 10 to 6. We have been getting various tech problems, so let's call it halt there, so you can start the next session refreshed and rested, and trying not to laugh too loudly at the outcome of that most recent encounter. And on that note, I shall now pass you control of your channel back. All yours, Leah.
I am so sorry about the tech issues today. Today, last night, it's just like I am having all sorts of. I know. Thing is, I know where all the problems are coming from, and none of them are my end, which is one of those things. Moon, when you're streaming tomorrow, aren't you?
Yes, I am indeed.
And you are streaming the Baldur's Gate. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
So join Moon for that tomorrow night. What time are you streaming?
Roughly about 6 o'clock.
Awesome. That's Moon.
Although I usually plan for 6, but I might start at 5 or 5:30. It depends if I want to start early or not.
Yeah. So we've got a 6 o'clock, but turn up early if you want. I'm going to be streaming Baldur's Gate during the week, mainly because I've advanced past the fuck what am I doing point, and I now know what I'm doing. So I'm going to be doing that during the week. We are back on Friday with Destiny, I think. Saturday. Yes, Morgan.
Friday is my birthday, so it depends
Are
on.
you having a birthday?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a thing, isn't it?
Oh
What do
yeah.
you mean? I'm
I thought it was the Queen's.
Yeah.
It's the anniversary of
Like
the
the
Queen's
Queen's
death.
funeral.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
anniversary of the Queen's
that's
death. So everything's going to be
Yeah.
shut anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What face is he making right now?
Sort of.
Angry pouting.
Not angry. Yeah, it's sort of it's a yeah. It's a there's a look.
So yeah, obviously it's Morgan's birthday Friday. So if you want to wish him happy birthday on Friday, don't.
Which now the anniversary, the first anniversary of
Um,
the royal vagina puffing.
the world vagina.
Yeah.
Wow,
And,
that escalated. I think.
And if I'm right, didn't something happen over the weekend, Tim?
So that over the weekend.
I noticed something with fingers.
Oh yeah, well yeah, things always happening with fingers here and there, but yeah, Morgan had been sort of feeling quite down and things like that, and after 5 or so years of sort of teasing him, we went out and I somewhat surprised him by taking him to an H. Samuels and telling the girl there that I needed to get this guy's ring finger checked out on his right hand,
She was beautiful.
and so while he was distracted by that, and then that's what got my guns. I said, "Yeah, we're looking for pair of match bands," and sort of Morgan had this look of what? Wait, what? What do we do? And then going through things, and he kept on trying to say, "Well, what's the budget?" And I refused to tell him, and
I did see a ring for £700, and I was like, well, if you don't have a budget, I'll have that one.
so I did tell him that no, that was taking the piss. Yeah, we've got a nice pair of sort of matching titanium rings as a little marker and a little sort of
Yeah, it's
sort
that.
of reminder that it's been 5 years. Good start.
There are,
How the fuck
it's,
any of you have survived knowing me as long as you have?
it's weird explaining these sorts of things to non-poly people.
Hmm.
Because they're like, but aren't they? And aren't they? And you're like, yes, but
Yeah.
it doesn't mean. And they're like, ah.
And then Morgan then got very frightened because I did sort of threaten there right at the front of the Elmsley Centre in the midst of the high street with everyone running to and fro. I did threaten briefly to go down on one knee and offer him a ring case. And I've never seen him look so pale or move so quickly towards a set of seating far away, going, "Don't you fucking dare!" In quite some time.
Can I just say I safe worded?
I would just like to say congratulations on 5 years between you, Joe, and Morgan.
And
And
we've been
Kenny,
years.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
But
so-
this little poly lifestyle isn't about long-term stuff at
No.
all.
No, not at all.
And phase and
It's fashionable.
and there's
no, it can be. I mine are rather spiky at the moment, but
you got all this going on, long term, and there's me and Moon going, should we get bubble tea?
Pretty much.
yeah.
Saying that, Leah.
I'm hoping. Well, I've got to do my COVID test in a bit because I've got a funny feeling I'm at the end of it because I don't feel as bad as I did yesterday, and yesterday I didn't feel as bad as I did a week. But because someone said that they had COVID, I thought I'm gonna check just in case. So I think I've had it during the week, and I just didn't know.
Yeah.
So I've infected loads of people.
yay!
Because apparently someone infected me. But because I wasn't feeling bad, I didn't really... I wasn't feeling ill. I was feeling drained, but not ill. So...
I mean, at this point, though, because the majority of people are vaccinated, or at least should be, it's not as dangerous anymore, and it is pretty much like the flu now.
Yeah.
Because of the vaccine.
It's... I have
Still
been,
dangerous, though.
I have been offered the vaccine this year, because apparently because I'm a fat bitch, I'm at risk.
Oh.
They're like, due to your BMI, we are offering you, and I'm like, oh, thanks.
Oh my
Is it-
gosh.
Also, I would like, Moon was there with this one. I would like to say the joys of being a trans woman and getting your smear is overdue text.
Go to the appointment just to make a point.
It's
To
like,
be fair, I sent you one.
yeah, at least that's what you said, wasn't it, Moon?
Mm-hmm.
At least they sent me one. I need to ring them actually and go, yeah, you need to take that off. I don't have a womb. Well, actually, I don't.
Drop your pants and see if they actually finally get the hint.
Yeah, they did that to me. 3-4 years, I've having all my bits taken out. And it's only since they've taken out my fallopian tubes and my ovaries that I haven't had one.
So
Unfair.
yeah,
I don't know my mum if they did that with her actually. Kept sending the letters when she hasn't got it anymore.
Yeah.
which on that note, Morgan, also because you're a trans dude and on their system you are marked as dude, you need to chase them up for said smears and stuff.
Yeah,
Yes, Dean.
I did book one, but then I had what I thought was like pre-period really bad cramps, and I was just like, if they put something up there, I'm gonna kick them.
So you need to reschedule.
Yeah, please make sure you do that.
Yes, yes. to
Health
everyone.
comes first.
Yeah, Joe, please remind him.
Yeah, will do. For every woman out there, every trans
Dude,
man out there, please, 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 for your own health and safety, never mind your loved ones, please do go get your smear tests. They do save lives.
Yeah, don't be like me and leave it 10 years and then get shouted at by the nurse for taking that long.
also
You need to know.
also this week, if I do get an all clear on my COVID today or tomorrow, whatever, I am going to be picking up my prescription for PrEP.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Because they've started prescribing it for trans women because, well, just in case.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
What's prep?
anti-HIV drug.
Oh, cheerful.
Look, they know trans women are promiscuous, all right? They're like,
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
they're like trans women are sluts together. We're gonna do this. I'm sorry for any trans women out there that are asexual or aren't sluts, but I'm
Damn,
gonna
I can't believe
stop.
you're here just assuming.
Moon, how many trans women do we know, and how thirsty are they?
Yes.
How dare you assume, Leah?
Anyway, I think with that, because everybody is fading, Bunny had a nightmare journey up. Did
And I am melting on my
did you kill a bitch, Bunny?
I almost wanted to go foreign range and lob a sort of train carriage, but then I realised I'm not actually a barbarian. It's oh wait.
So, from me, Shark Cat,
Still angry you got the last one.
and everybody here at the DDC. Thank you, Tim. Thank you for my awesome polykill, and thank you. Well, Moon is a polykill as well. Thank you, everybody.
yay.
I will see you
See you all
later.
later.
I will see you later in the week. Moon will see you tomorrow. I'll be in there modding anyway. Thank you. So in that case, stay hydrated, take your meds, get some sleep. Good night.
Bye.